3 months ago, on July 4th weekend, parishioners of Our Lady of the Snows in Clark Summit, Pennsylvania, were informed that their pastor, Monsignor Michael Delaney, was placed on administrative leave due to a credible accusation of sexual assault. Bishop Bambera needs to stop placing young seminarians in parishes with priests that he knows have groped, grabbed, harassed, fondled, or penetrated another man or child. I'm Paul the Angry Catholic, reporting on the cover-up of Monsignor Delaney's sexual misconduct. Bishop Bambera has claimed that he is saddened, shocked, and angry. But is he really shocked? Monsignor Delaney had previous accusations of sexual misconduct involving 4 men and went to a treatment center. And while the bishop was dealing with this recent credible allegation of assault, he still assigned a young seminarian to live with Monsignor Delaney this past May.
When I became bishop, one of the most pressing things for me was to ensure that our children are safe.
Heck, a couple of days before the diocese was going to apologize to this victim, Monsignor Delaney was meeting with and confirming the children at Our Lady of the Snows.
Every file that has been kept since the beginning of this diocese, we reviewed. I needed to eyeball that myself. I needed to see with my own 2 eyes that every priest who was ever accused credibly was removed from ministry. That was the first thing.
Bishop Bambera's eyeballs saw that Monsignor Delaney spent some time being monitored by Monsignor Bendick after returning from the treatment center, and then was put back into a parish with the understanding that he would not be a pastor ever again. I mean, somewhere in these files, shouldn't he have seen that Monsignor Delaney was roughed up, possibly in retaliation for his predatory behavior?
I then began to compile a list of all accused clergy, credibly and non-credibly, okay, or unsubstantiated, let's say. That was submitted to every district attorney, as I mentioned and as you referenced, in our 11 counties before the grand jury began. Once the grand jury had convened, I felt it was better for us just to wait and release it in tandem with it.
While Bishop Bambera was waiting to release the list of credibly accused priests that he compiled due to his thorough examination of every priest's file, he decided to overrule the previous administration and made Monsignor Delaney a pastor and gave him seminarians every summer to mentor and form.
When I became bishop, we reviewed files on several occasions. We compiled a list. If one might be able to imagine, that takes some level of time to review hundreds and hundreds of files with a fine-tooth comb.
Give me a break. Another priest in the Diocese of Scranton, Father Lockney, was just arrested last October, luring 2 young teen boys to his house for sexual favors. In some file, it shows he had to leave the North American College in Rome, and his ordination was held off due to concerns about his inappropriate conduct while a seminarian. Bishop Bambera must have seen this file in his exhaustive search before he ordained Father Lockney, made him a pastor, made him the assistant director of vocations, made him chaplain to the Boy Scouts, and placed him in a high school to mentor a group of 15-year-old boys called the God Squad.
You restore trust when people somehow see your words being reflected in your actions.
Really? Father Polish, a priest of the Diocese of Scranton and classmate of Bishop Bambera, was kicked out of a seminary for predatory behavior, banned from our seminary grounds in Dalton during the first year of his priesthood because he was trolling seminarians. A box of pictures of boys was found on his desk in a parish while he was pastor. He took 4 leaves of absence. All this was in some file, but Bishop Bambera put Father Polish in a parish in 2013 and placed a seminarian with him for the summer. A month later, Father Polish was arrested while in the middle of a sex act with a pantsless 15-year-old boy.
That we are continually training and trying to create as best we can safe environments for our people.
had the grand jury report never come out, would you still have released this list?
I likely probably would have gotten to that point, yes.
Really? Bishop Bambera has never offered any information about sex abuse and misconduct in the Diocese of Scranton until he is forced to have to remove a priest. No priest or seminarian should come on to a parishioner or another seminarian. No seminarian should be placed under the authority of any man who has groomed, groped, grabbed, or penetrated another person. I think we're at the point where Bishop Bambera needs to admit his full involvement in the sex abuse scandal in the diocese. We wrote Bishop Bambera a letter asking him very specific questions regarding the Monsignor Delaney case. We've yet to receive a response. You can read this letter at theangrycatholic.com. Please email the bishop and ask him to answer these very important questions. I'm Paul the Angry Catholic, and as always, stay active, stay alert, and stay angry.